everybody.
Hello.
Hello, Wander. Hello to all the people that is listening to us. We are starting our first breaking news towards the conference, European Clubhouse Conference, that is going to be the 18th of November. Here
Yes.
to me, my name is Guido Valentini. I'm the director of Dedicata Roma. And here with me there is Francesco. Hi, good afternoon. Ludovica. Hi.
Hi.
Eleonora, Gaia, Francesco down there is the
Yeah.
technician that he will manage our conference, and Roberta online from home.
Okay. Thank you. Yes. Okay.
Of course, there is Wander. He is our president, and here to Francesco the first question for Wander. Thank you, Guido.
Okay.
Okay, Wander. My first question. Would you like to introduce yourself and talk about your experience in the Clubhouse movement?
As I'm Van Reitsma, I'm the chair. You call it the president of Clubhouse Europe. For about 6 years now, I'm serving Clubhouse Europe for more than 10 years, and partly after my resignment, and most of the time during my directorship of the Clubhouse in Amsterdam. And so, as I said, I'm retired now. I'm on travel at the moment, so this interview will be held from Portugal, where I'm right now. So thank you for inviting me for this interview. I'm very happy to answer your questions. Please go on.
Okay. Hello, Wanda.
Hello.
Tell us something about your voluntary job as a chief of Clubhouse Europe.
Okay. You want me to tell something about the job what I've done in the last years?
Yes, please.
Okay. Now, Clubhouse Europe is started about 12, maybe already 14 years ago as the partnership of some clubhouses in Europe, because they were all member of Clubhouse International, of course, but they also thought it's good to have a European cooperation between clubhouses to address, for example, possibilities who are given by the European Union. And as an example, so they start talking to each other, and it became a success, and we started Clubhouse Europe about 10 years ago. And from the very beginning, I was involved, and I liked the idea because the Clubhouse is an international it's an international thing for everybody who is living with mental illness all over the world. And I think it was a good idea to do it also in Europe. And one of the big aspects for clubhouses in Europe is that we are not visible enough. So we we started a big campaign for many years to make ourselves visible. And I think especially in the last 3 years, we starting to have success with that. I think for a lot of European, for us important mental health services and mental health organizations, we are now known as an important factor for recovery for people living with mental issues. Secondly, what we also thought, and we were not that aware of in the beginning, is that Europe is not a unity, it's a very diverse situation related to mental health. Most of the clubhouses are situated in the wealthy northwestern part of Europe. But Europe is much bigger. We count Europe as composed by 53 states. That's much bigger than the European Union. We follow the definition of the World Health Organization. That means an enormous area, also including the former countries of the Soviet Union. And the situation of mental health in that part of Europe is very, very bad. It also includes Israel and Turkey in our perception. That means that we also have to deal with that part of the world. We have some clubhouses in Israel, and probably we also have in Turkey in the future. And then, especially in your area, the Mediterranean area, there's also very special conditions for mental health and for possible clubhouses. So that's what we learned. And I think one of the most important lessons that we have to take account all these different situations when we try to develop new clubhouses in Europe.
So the end of this decade to 2010, 2020 gives the chance to look to our movement history and to imagine how we can start the next decade. How do you see our movement future?
I think it's 2020 now, and I think we are entering a very exciting decade. The coming 10 years will be very important for the development of clubhouses in the world. The reason for that is that mental health in the last 10 years is becoming a part of the political agenda. Governments are now realizing that they have to do something about mental health, and a lot of youth organizations like the United Nations, World Health Organizations are aware that there is a great mental health crisis in the world and that they have to do something about it. And we think and that we as clubhouses can play an important role with the reform of mental health services all around the world, but also in Europe. And that will take place in the coming 10 years. So we have to think how we shall manage that, how shall we do it, how shall we make a part of this huge development. I'm thinking about that a lot, especially the last years, and I will talk about it extensively on the conference on the 18th of November. And I think that we have to learn the lessons of the period behind us. We did great things, and now we have to do, and I think, in my option, a completely new way of introducing our experience, our idea about clubhouses in the world, and that will happen in the coming years. So I promise you, it will be exciting years.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Camilla, ma devo andare in tempo.
No, scusa,
Ah, sì, certo. But the general conditions determined by the pandemic are creating discontinuity and making many comfort zones. Maybe there are also some opportunities. What do you think about it?
Yeah, now we are still in the midst of the pandemic, and for Europe, it's all started in your country, in Italy. But now we have to deal, every country in Europe have to deal with it. And also the clubhouses. And it was really, really remarkable. And we see it all over Europe, but also all over the world, that clubhouses were from the very start capable of keeping on going with their clubhouse services. They tried to reach out to the members. You did also a wonderful job there in Rome, but we saw it also in the United States and all other countries in the world. And what we
Sorry, Mother, I'm interrupting you because we don't see you anymore. Can you turn on the video?
okay, yes, I'm back again.
Great, you are on the video again.
Yeah, that will happen if you push on the wrong button. Okay. So what we did in COVID, that was showing to ourselves, but also to the outside world, that we were capable to keep on going with our services, our connection with the members. And I think that was the most important lesson we had in the last months, and it's still going on. And what we also see that there was very short after January, February, that all the clubhouses from all over the world came together in special working groups, in special meetings, all by the internet, and talk to each other about what to do, exchange all kind of ideas, the best possible things to do for our members, and I think it was really a great job. And I had also the opportunity, for example, in the Netherlands where I live, to compare it with other mental health services, and it was and they did also good work. But I must say that we, as a Clubhouses internationally, I think one of the best in covering this situation for our members by offering them new possibilities. And I think that will be a situation that will last after the pandemic. We can learn a lot, and I think in that way, virtual and by having a physical house as a clubhouse, we can do a lot more than we did before COVID-19. So in that way, we have a very positive result of this terrible situation.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Vander.
Okay.
We were very happy to interview.
Yeah.
And I hope, well, we hope that you are going to enjoy your vacation and your travel. And say hello to Zanet from us.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Thank you.
Ciao. From us here, ciao. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye bye.